Merry Christmas. Oh, ow. It's the 25th. Um, there's noise. Um, there's noise. Uh, my meds have not yet taken effect. So it's the 25th. So last night we had some turkey. I think I said that because I made a vlog in the middle of the night. And you won't believe, one of my Christmas gifts was actually a mug that says best student, which I am not, but I thank my friend for doing that. I also got some pajamas and chocolate. But let me pause, please. Yeah, so my aunt appeared and she gave me this. Um, I'll be right back. Just the frame, like right here. Yeah. That word Vanessa, that's not my name. Um, those are from Lidl, and they have like two different names. I think the other one is Melanie or something. Uh, and we got the Vanessa variety. um, let me pause again because I need to rub ointment on my ears. It's here. Uh, yeah. So last night was cool. We were watching the circus. But the real circus was this morning because my mum just burst into the room and scared me to death because I have a heart condition and like waking me up like with a scare can really do some damage. But she doesn't really care about that. Yeah, and this is the 25th. See, and you won't believe this, but it's actually the exact same blend as the one I had last night. The uh, rosehip, hibiscus, and what was the other thing? Cranberry. Yeah, I've let it sit for a bit. Now it's at very drinkable temperature. Um, and it's amazing. It's really amazing. I think. What were the odds? The odds were like, I'm not sure. I hadn't had a repeat until now, but it's fun that yeah, noise. Um, that the 10th and the 25th were the exact same, and those were the ones that I had like back to back. Portuguese. Yeah, that's my mum being wild. Um, yeah, let's get the poem right out of the way. Here, see? That's the. Okay, okay. Write a poem that retreats in the face of gratitude featuring in medias res and a locket. So that's going to be the 25th. I'll be right back. I keep thinking that the camera is there. I feel like one of those YouTubers that keep looking at themselves, but I'm not looking at myself. It's because there's a big red button right there, and I think that's the camera, but it's not. It's here. It's this. Just so it's extra clear that I have been writing these rubbish poems on the spot this whole time. This is actually a very hard piece of paper, so I'm going to write with a Sharpie. Okay, so yeah, the poem. Yeah, so I wrote two actually, uh, because I remembered that I said that the 25th would be a special one, and it is. Like, look at this. Um, it because I remembered that I said that I would make this one festive. And by the way, I realized that the tea is red. Um, it's actually just red. But I'm pretty sure that this has peppermint in it. Though, I mean, cranberry does have a kind of. It has that kind of smell, doesn't it? I'm not sure. I mean, the ingredients are listed on the tree thing, so yeah. What were the odds? The odds were like, I'll tell you at the end, because I hadn't had a repeat until now. And I had 10 teas, including the 24th. Um, I don't think there was a repeater for that. But I'll check at the end because I'm keeping the bags and the boxes. But just two teas back to back, so far apart. Like, that's crazy. um, this isn't criticism to the calendar. I mean, that would if I'd been experiencing the teas every single day since the 1st of December, this wouldn't have happened. It's as simple as that. But this is so good. This is so good. Okay. Okay, so the prompt was, and it's right there. Write a poem that retreats into the face of gratitude, featuring in medias res and a locket. So I wrote one and then I wrote the other one like, oh, this was supposed to be festive, but let's go for the first one, which is just two stanzas anyway, so. Or rather, three stanzas because there wasn't enough space. So I wrote the last two, uh, and it looks like a single stanza, but I wanted to do four, four, and then two. Okay, so no title. It was because I heard you. You were in that locket since that day with the power socket. So I refused to say welcome to you. I stuck a feather in the hole. It wasn't dandy or a doodle. Electricity took me whole. If not for you, I would be gone. I should be thanking you, so don't you thank me. That's a weird one. It's a reference to a time when I stuck a feather inside the power socket, and you can imagine what happened. I was a child when that happened. And now the second poem that I wrote on the back of this. Like, here's the front, here's the back. This is the back. This has three stanzas, 4 verses each. No title as well. And it starts, but you did all that. The holidays are a date. You keep me in a locket. You're my true mate. Merry Christmas, I say. Make the Yuletide gay. But thank me not for your friendship I know I've got. You gave me all when I had nothing, and you helped me heal. So truly, there is nothing I don't know. There is no saying. Sorry, there is no saying. I don't know how you feel. This is about a friend, which is the friend I think has been watching this stuff. Mm. We're past the 11 minutes mark already, so yeah. Whack, whack and quack, quack and whack. Beep boop boop. Oh dear, come on. I want you to win. It's supposed to be like the kind of okay. There you go. And I got this mug from my friend, from that friend, and I got these candle holders from my friend. What else did I get from my friend? That SpongeBob calendar, a poster, another poster. There's something else in there that my friend also gave me. A book. There's plenty of things, honestly. And I also sent my friend something this year. It wasn't like expensive if we're going down that route, but it had meaning and thought behind it. Like that's how I make up for being poor. Like I put thought into the things that I give people that I like. This isn't a brag or anything. Like it's just the way I roll, honestly. And I'm not the kind of person who puts more value in something that's more expensive just because it's more expensive. Like, yeah, if you know, you know, right? Uh, the thought really does matter when it comes to gifts, in my opinion. So I gave her a milk cozy. It wasn't the it wasn't this simple. It was something a lot nicer, and I gave her one of uh, the buttons that I got that I well inherited from my grandma. And I say inherited very loosely because there wasn't anything written that I would get those buttons, but I wanted those buttons, and that's obviously not something people would fight over. Like it's not money. Those buttons aren't made of gold. They're just made of plastic like this one. This is one of the buttons. This is one of those buttons. Uh, and I made one for myself with one of the buttons. Uh, for obvious reasons. I mean, it's my cozy. It's for me. It's mine. I keep the button. And I made the mug cozy for my friend with a different pattern and a different color. Very like kind of regal, a red color, like deep red color. I don't really know what it's called. It's called. I think it's called Bordeaux. Uh, in French, it's wine color. I don't really know the Pantone names, but it's called Bordeaux in French. And excuse me for trying to pronounce things correctly, unlike that vine from that guy, those vines from that guy, pronouncing things incorrectly. Which is actually the reason why we started eating Reese's in the first place. So they should sponsor the guy for that one. Um, yeah, pronounce things the way I think they're supposed to be pronounced in the source language. If I know the source language enough to do that, I can read French pretty well, if I do say so myself. And my French teacher back in middle school said that my pronunciation was really good and asked if I'd lived in France or anywhere where they spoke French, or if I had contact with the language, and I said no, which was just the truth. The only reason why I could pronounce French was because I heard her speak French. She actually spoke French, which wasn't very usual at the time. Yeah, there's a whole thing. Oh, you can only go to the bathroom if you say it in X language that we're learning. It wasn't that kind of thing. It was just that my language professors, teachers, sorry, in mandatory education, didn't really speak the language aside from this one, this French teacher. There was a Spanish teacher, and there was an English teacher who was in for like a year, like half a year. Um, because she came in and replaced another teacher who had gone missing. You know, that thing that happens with English teachers when they get pregnant or they just get ill or just they die. You know, one of my teachers actually did die. Not when she was my teacher. She was actually pretty good. She was my year 5 and year 6 teacher, and she was amazing. She actually also spoke English, but uh, you know, in Portugal, it's not. I mean, it's a miss, I guess. And my education was very wild. I kept jumping from here to the United Kingdom, so you know, I have the experience is very strange for me. Mm, lovely. Mm. Anyway, um, okay, yeah, uh, pause. Fuck me. Anyway, yeah, well, I will keep doing these because my advent calendar is not over yet. returning. I'll be returning. That's a threat. And this is 20 minutes long. Nobody's watching this aside from my friend. I love you, friend. And I will return. That's a threat. Fucking weirdo. Jesus Christ.